Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while, huh? Reason being, I've just been away training for this new job that I just got. And we're going to do some delving deeper after a little too long of a wait, in my opinion. But before we get started, I wanted to show something off that came in the mail. I got these off of Etsy. Uh, these are these are random d6 dice that will determine certain things. So this green one will determine it'll determine how an NPC is feeling. So if we want to roll it, the NPC is feeling contempt. So anyway, that'll determine what certain NPCs are feeling. Then we have a weather die, so it's snowy out. Then we have, I don't know what I would use this for, but I mean, I guess you just kind of find something to use it for. This one has just pairs of colors on it. So, like, I don't know, the colors on the banner are white and black. And then this one is a critical hit die. So, like, if you get crit somewhere, the primary injury is on your torso. So it's like center mass. I think the two most useful ones are the weather die and the NPC behavior die, and I'm going to try and make some use of those in a little bit here. But let's recap where we were in the story. So Tybalt, he is our anti cleric, was on a quest to find some treants. He wanted to know if the legends were true. So after asking around in town, he determines that there was an elven witch that lived out in the woods that would regularly, well, we assume she regularly talked to the treants. So we went out there looking for her. We found her. She was very grumpy. She didn't want to talk to us very much. And then we went out to find a treant. And after a rather not difficult at all encounter, in fact, they didn't care about us being there at all. Encounter with some giant centipedes. We actually found the treant, and this is Wilbur the treant, and Wilbur the treant wants some help. The elven witch didn't want to stick around, so she took off. But the treant wanted us to help him get rid of an evil conjurer that was bringing evil into his woodland home from a ruin to the east. So, what we're doing now is we're going back to town to see if we can get anybody else to help us drive out this evil summoner. So, and that's where we're going to pick up. We're gonna be back in town and we're gonna look for some people. Man, I still haven't painted so much of this, but I mean, it still looks pretty cool. You can set up these little village scenes like this. So right here we have a little part of the town that we're coming to. We've got some people just kind of out and about. You've got a butcher here, somebody here with a piece of paper. Not sure what they're doing. Maybe they're placing an order. You never know. Over here you have a kind of a small cottage. I use this building a lot. It's like the only house I'm done with. A guy and his wife live here, and they got some animals, and there's trees around. They're all just enjoying their day. So in comes this treant with this guy. Um, I'm hoping that doesn't cause some sort of panic. I feel like I should roll for that. But then again, I mean, this place is kind of like known for treants. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're that's sort of what this place is known for. So I'm not sure if they would panic as much as they'd probably be pretty surprised. I mean, I can't imagine they come to town very often. Where's my oracle die? Okay, I found him. Here's It's been a while. I put him in this. Maybe I'll do a video on this later. Trying to put together like an on the road solo roleplay kit, and I keep them in there now. So here's our oracle dice. So we're gonna see if I mean, I guarantee this is gonna cause some kind of stir. So I'm gonna add a +1 to the likelihood modifier, and we're gonna do a roll. That's a 5. That's a 6. So Yes, and. So, yes, uh, this causes a stir. Is it good or bad? So, on evens, it's going to be good, and they're going to go, oh, yeah, treant, cool. And then bad, well, we're probably going to remove probably D3 NPCs. They're probably just going to run off. So, here we go. That's bad, yeah. So, we're going to remove 3 of these NPCs. So evens, yes. Yeah, he runs off. Her. No, she stays. Him. Yeah, he's gone. And her. Yeah, she's gone too. I'm not sure what that accomplished, but it was kind of fun to do. um, so we got 3 people left who have not panicked and who will want to talk to us. So I'm going to roll. That's actually kind of perfect. I'm going to roll a d3 to see who Tybalt wants to talk to. So we got 1, the lady with the broom, 2, the dude with the paper, or 3, the butcher. 2. So that's this dude with the paper here. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to talk to him. Looking for somebody who appears more official. Tybalt approaches the guy who seems to be dressed a little bit better than everybody else around here. This guy is holding up some kind of proclamation or paper or order. We don't know. But he's going to say, my name is Tybalt, and my friend here, the treant, his name is Wilbur. And Wilbur has informed me that there is an evil sorcerer to the east who lives in a great ruin, and I'm looking for someone to help us out, because if he's as powerful as Wilbur makes him sound, we're going to have some trouble potentially getting him under control. We really don't want to. We really don't want to deal with somebody quite that powerful, just kind of running around in the woods and summoning evil. So I'm wondering if you can help us. So this is a really great opportunity. I'd really like to use this NPC behavioral green die. So let's see. Let's see how he's feeling right now, and that might color his response to some degree. He might be distracted. He might want us to do something first. But let's check it out. Contempt. I think generally this place is kind of dirty for him. From the looks of him, I mean, he is slightly, not that much better. He is slightly better dressed than the average person out here. So I'd imagine he's not too happy having to come to this backwater place out in the woods. If I remember, we were mapping this place, and there's kind of swamps nearby. Um, And in any case, he doesn't really want to be around here. And then he's approached by this weird looking dude with a mace, followed by a tree dude. So I don't know, maybe that'll expedite it. Anything to get us out of his hair, right? So we'll determine if he knows anybody around here. I mean, I would imagine there are a few adventurers that come around here. So we'll add +1 to the likelihood of the die. Just to make things a little easier on us, and because I think it makes sense. So does he know anybody? 5, 6. Yes, and he's going to point us in their direction. Anything, just get out of my hair, you strange man. All right, fine. Well, where's he at? Arbitrarily, I'm going to say, I mean, because stereotypically, a lot of these adventures begin in like a tavern. So he's going to say, yeah, there's a person in the bar that way. Just leave me alone. Okay. We'll get out of your hair. All right. So, Wilbur, you wait here, and I'm going to go to this tavern, and I'm going to figure this out. Well, welcome back to the tavern. This is kind of where we started the adventure, where we were looking for a guide to take us to look for some treants before we found Wilbur. So once again, we find ourselves in here, and we are once again looking for some companions. So Tybalt is going to walk right up to the barkeep, because that's who knows everything. And for fun, let's determine his temperament. Contempt again. That seems to be my luck with these sorts of things. But I'm not going to complain about it. I guess he's having kind of a rough day. Maybe some of the patrons have been unruly. So he's fairly discourteous to us as we approach the counter, but that's okay. We won't smash his skull in. We're an anti-cleric, not a barbarian. So we're gonna say, hey, I was told that there was somebody in here who could help me with a little something, and we're gonna give him the whole story about the evil sorcerer, and that doesn't do anything to improve his mood, but he does in fact know of somebody here. So since that there is at least one person here, we're going to use Table Fables, and we're going to generate somebody on the fly. And then I'll go find an appropriate miniature for them. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to roll a d12 to determine their class. Now, there's only 4 classes in Delving Deeper, so we'll, no matter what it is, we'll extrapolate what that might be, because we don't have things like bards or barbarians or druids or anything in this system. So let's find out. So first is d12. That's a 6. That's a monk. So that seems analogous to either a thief or a fighter. Possibly both. They may have actually dual classed. So a thief fighter. Yeah, that's what we'll say. We'll say they're a thief fighter. I don't know the level combinations yet. Tybalt is level 3, so they'll be level 3 as well. So the next thing, Okay, D20, that's an NPC class. Never mind there. And then a D20, or a D100, is we're going to determine their traits. What are they like? 8. They're charitable. This is a charitable monk type person. Kind of like a fighter thief. That's like a Robin Hood sort of character. I like this person already. And we're going to determine their race. That's a 2. They're a half elf. We don't have half elves in this, so this is an elf. I don't think those classes are available to them, but it doesn't really matter to me right now. And this is a man. And yeah, it seems good enough for me. That's a male elf fighter from the sounds of it. And so I will go get a male elf fighter figure. So here we are. We have our, if it'll focus, we have our charitable male elf fighter who is just kind of hanging out back here. He's at a table with one of these guys. I don't know how we didn't spot him with that armor and the sword coming in. He looks like an adventurer to me, but whatever. So I guess he's who we're going to approach next. And for the sake of moving the story along, I'm just going to say we talked to him. Since it said he's charitable, he's going to join our party. And we now have 2 in the party. We have an elf fighter and a human anti-cleric. So we need to find out where some other people would be. So we're going to ask this fighter, hey, it's probably going to be better to have more than just us 2 and a treant. Do you know of anyone else? And let's see if he does. No, he doesn't. So we're going to ask around the tavern, and we're going to see if anybody else does. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 extra attempts to find out. We'll go with the first success that we get. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask that old man directly to Tybalt's right. Do you know of anybody who is an adventurer or a warrior or somebody who might want to help us out? Because, evil sorcerer hanging out in a ruin to the east, not such a great thing. That's a 4. He does. And we will generate another one. I don't know why I put the book away, but I put it right back on the book rack. So let's bring it back out. I knew I was going to be doing this too. So now you get more of Grimm flipping through books. Here's the real content. Okay. So let's once again roll for the race. Let's see who this guy is. 7 halfling. That is actually a thing. So we have a halfling. The halfling is a female. Okay. And let's see. Let's do, oh, we have like a disposition here. Well, actually, we're going to roll that when we get there. Never mind. Okay, so let's roll for her class. That's a 12, a warlock. Halflings cannot be spellcasters, so we're going to have to just do that again. 6, a monk. Another one. Actually, I'm pretty sure halflings can only be like fighters or thieves. So we have a cleric, a fighter. Let's make her a thief. And now we're going to roll her trait. That's a 40. Her trait is impersonal. Impersonal. Why am I not knowing what that means right now? Either way, hang on. I'm going to go get a miniature for her as well, because I'd like to get this party together and head out to the ruins as soon as possible, because you know we're going to have some encounters in the wood. Okay, and here she is. This is our halfling thief. She looks pretty cool. I always like this miniature. I just like the pose. It's cool. Okay, so there's the third member of our party, fourth if you want to count the treant. Okay, and I'm going to ask the others if they think we need one more, because we're headed to the lair of an evil spellcaster. So, what do you guys think? 6, yes. I'm not sure what and would be. Maybe they think we need 2 more. All right, so we asked the old man. Let's ask this butcher guy here. Do you know of anybody? Yes, he does. Man, that was easy. See how much better this is when people just cooperate? So we're going to randomize one more. Okay, so this person is 4, an orc. That's not a race I can make right on the fly, but it's too cool to pass up. So my idea is I think we're actually literally just going to use an orc as in like a monster, and he's going to come with us. So we'll get him. So this friendly orc comes from lands afar looking for adventure and battle and potentially even treasure, but mostly just battle. Because orcs are hardcore like that. They like to fight. So we have an orc. And they said they wanted one more. I actually have another miniature I want to paint up for him, just because I love the idea that he's with us. Orcs are cool. All right, and one more. We're gonna try this fishmonger lady. Do you know anybody? 5. She does. All right, this is the last one in the party, because I don't want the entire thing just randomizing all these characters. So, all right, what's the race here? 3, an elf, another elf. And this elf is a woman. Oh man, is this the sorceress out in the woods? 3, that's a maybe. I'm going to say that's a yes. It's literally just the sorceress that was out in the woods, the witch. I'm sure she would join us hearing about the evil sorcerer. So, as impersonal and confrontational as she was last time, or rather, not confrontational, just grouchy, I think she is going to help us out. And here she is. I can't remember her name. I'll have to look at the previous episode where we worked with her. So there is our party of humanoids, and we also have the treant who's hanging out outside somewhere. So next time, I think what's going to happen is we are going to venture out into the woods. I got some other stuff I got to do today, so sorry this one might have been shorter, but we have a party together, and I'm going to paint up that orc's other miniature later on, and we're going to have some adventures in the woods and probably get TPK'd by a warlock. All right, we'll see you in the next one.